Hello everyone, and thank you very much for including me in your program today. It's great to see that the conference organisers have persevered during these trying times with a new virtual format, and you sure picked the right theme by deciding to focus on embracing disruption. Now, I would really have liked to join you in person, also because it's always good to get home every now and then. As you might guess by my accent, I grew up in Dublin with parental connections to Galway on my mother's side and Cork on my father's side. Apparently Cork was a stronghold for the Condons, so I appreciate your meeting venue taking place there. My father was a tombstone maker, and I spent many a summer with him in cemeteries around Dublin putting up tombstones. And in that special setting of a cemetery, my father always said, "You never know when your time will be up. So make sure you use your time wisely and do something in life that is important and not just passing time until you land back here in the cemetery." My mother was a librarian and she just retired this summer at the grand old age of 77. She taught me the importance of lifelong learning, and with that background I had a strong foundation for life, which I'm eternally grateful to my parents for. Also against that background, I decided after university to work in the life science industry, because you get to learn about science and work with very talented people on topics that affect human and planetary health. After 20 years in the healthcare industry focused mainly on human health, almost 10 years ago I then moved over to the agricultural world to focus on plant health, and through that continue to influence human health as well. What gets me out of bed every day is the possibility to help solve some of the world's greatest challenges through innovation, which is what my company Bayer is all about. Now, in agriculture, we face a critical paradox. How do we feed the world without starving the planet? Increasingly, many consumers see agriculture as part of the sustainability problem. Many consumers believe farmers are part of the problem of climate change. After all, agriculture and livestock produce nearly a quarter of global emissions. But moving forward, we at Bayer believe agriculture can and will be part of the solution to climate change, even as we feed a growing population. This shift starts with embracing disruption to push forward innovation. Just about 2 years ago, Bayer and Monsanto became one company, the global innovation leader in agriculture. As I reflect on our 2 years as one company, I think back to why we brought these two companies together in the first place. We recognized that to address the challenges we face, a growing population, dwindling natural resources, and a changing climate, we had to step up our game in innovation. But we also realized that innovation can only succeed if we communicate transparently and effectively with consumers about the benefits of modern agriculture. We must show consumers that we can shape the future of agriculture for farmers, for consumers, and our planet by pioneering innovation, accelerating digital transformation, and setting new standards in sustainability. COVID-19 has tested us all in many ways, but it has also underscored the importance of science to both human health and agriculture. All farmers need access to technology to manage productive, profitable, and sustainable operations and to support a resilient food system. The latest advances in innovation, from predictive analytics to gene editing, are exciting tools for the future of farming on a global scale. For example, thanks to modern breeding technologies, the development of short stature or dwarf corn is now possible. Short corn can capture more sunlight, better optimize use of key nutrients like nitrogen, and withstand wind damage. In Ireland in particular, we know that the mild but wet climate promotes plant disease. Irish farmers must have access to the best new technologies, especially in the crop protection space. Within the next 2 years, our Iblon cereal fungicide technology will come to market within Ireland, as we continue to focus on bringing innovative solutions to the market with an existing pipeline of fungicides, herbicides, and insecticides. And advances in data science are helping farmers to apply those inputs with more precision than ever before, which is why we believe disruption in agriculture will be accelerated by a digital transformation of farming. Digital tools empower farmers to make data-driven decisions in their fields, often in real time, whether in the field or back home. Using software tools that integrate data from satellites, field sensors, irrigation systems, drones, and other input sources, we can provide farmers with detailed, real-time assessments of growing conditions and crop health to support a sustainable, abundant harvest. Climate Field View, for example, enables farmers to have a complete picture of their operation, allowing farmers to prevent problems before they start so they can grow enough using less land, energy and water. This year we have rolled out Climate Field View to 100 farms in the UK, and in Ireland we've just started testing out the technology in an intensive cereal growing area. When farmers can make data-driven decisions in real time, they use smaller and more precise amounts of resources, including water, energy, fertilizer and pesticides, contributing to sustainable agriculture. For agriculture to be part of the solution to climate change, we also have to set new standards in sustainability. At Bayer, we believe that every commitment to innovation must also be a commitment to sustainability. We're committed to reducing field greenhouse gas emissions, reducing the environmental impact of crop protection, and empowering smallholder farmers. Just a few weeks ago, the Independent Science-Based Targets Initiative endorsed our greenhouse gas reduction target. But we also must rethink business models to reward farmers for the essential role they play in keeping carbon out of the atmosphere. We are developing a transparent, science-based collaborative approach to a carbon market in agriculture. In July, we kicked off our carbon initiative to reward farmers in the US and Brazil for generating carbon credits by adopting climate-smart practices. Now we are in discussion with European officials on how to launch such an initiative in Europe as part of the new Green Deal, which would allow us to pay farmers not just for the crops they produce, but also for the carbon they sequester. Now, whether we like it or not, policies like the new Green Deal are also going to disrupt our industry, and they put a stronger focus on sustainability. We can fight this disruption or embrace it and develop new business models that open up new opportunities for farmers. I prefer the proactive approach, and in line with your conference theme of embracing disruption, I encourage you to look at the new opportunities that any disruption inevitably brings. Europe can be a global leader in sustainable agriculture with policies and regulations that are grounded in science, and Ireland as an agricultural stronghold can be a pioneer for Europe. For the new Green Deal to be successful, we advocate to focus efforts on measures that adequately reflect environmental impact. Sustainable agriculture should concentrate on the development of resilient farming systems, both conventional and organic, as the sustainability of any farming system depends largely on the innovation, tools, agronomic practices and services a farmer has available and how these are used. Bayer is investing heavily in improved seeds to make crops more productive and resilient, potentially reducing pesticide use, and we're advancing critical digital tools to help farmers more accurately target crop protection applications. With these innovations, we can grow the food we need on the same or less land with less inputs and less water, and that is what sustainability is all about. Please allow me to finish with a quote from Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. In this spirit, let's work together to embrace disruption and shape a more resilient food system through more innovation, enabled by a digital transformation with sustainability at its core. Together, we can make agriculture part of the solution to climate change and feed a growing global population at the same time. Thank you for your time. I wish you all continued success and the very best of health. Take care and bye-bye.